welcome everyone to this session of website must-haves and SEO. So within the website itself, when we're starting to optimize the pages for search and to optimize our topic cluster, we need one dedicated page per topic cluster. And this page is called a pillar page. And we do this because for a couple of reasons. One, it keeps your content tightly organized. It helps your visitors understand exactly what your service or your product is all about, and also helps with navigation. Most importantly, it helps Google prioritize the search results. So by tightly grouping these keywords together, Google has a really good handle on what this topic is about. The architecture consists of three components. So we've got our pillar page content. So again, that's that dedicated page. We've got our cluster content. So the pillar page is where we optimize for our primary keyword. Our cluster content is where we optimize our secondary keywords, and then we connect this hub with hyperlinks. The pillar page, the length of your pillar page, so how many words should you have on your page? And this varies from a business-to-business website versus a business-to-consumer website. On a business-to-business website, I recommend minimum word count of about 1,000 words. On a business-to-consumer, we've got a balance here. Typically, we're going to optimize a page that is also a page that we use to sell our product or service. So we want to have a nice balance between enough content to satisfy the Google search bots versus displaying, what we're offering and prompting the consumer to take action. So whether that's a book now, a buy now, or an inquire now. The cluster content, so these are our secondary keywords that we're using and optimizing on the website. The cluster content should be blog posts or other internal pages. You might find within the website that there are suitable pages where you could optimize for a secondary keyword term. And then if you don't have a suitable page, internal page, you can use your blog posts. And again, I'll show you examples of this shortly. And this is where we set out our secondary keywords. Part of our pillar page and our cluster content pages should always have links. So external links, linking to an external website. For tourism websites, I usually use reviews. It's a really good way to add an external link. So I place some reviews on the page and then link to, say, Google reviews or TripAdvisor. And this is just part of the trying to satisfy Google's algorithm. This is why we're doing this. And now internal links, we want to, these internal links we need to have on the pillar page. So the pillar page is linking to our cluster content pages, and those cluster content pages are linking back to our pillar page. So this creates a circular linking pattern. And this is what it looks like. So we've got our pillar page here in the center, and then we've got our cluster content. So this could be an internal page or could be a blog. And then we've got our hyperlinks here linking both ways. There's a particular formula that I like to use when optimizing both my pillar page and the cluster content pages. Firstly, it's to make sure the primary keyword is distributed in the right places on the particular page. And this applies also if you're optimizing the secondary keyword on your cluster topic pages. Firstly, need to have it in the URL. So you would have your domain name and then / and the primary keyword. Now, a little tip here, if you're looking at your website and you decide that you'd like to optimize an existing page, it could be, you know, the accommodation page, let's say, of your website, and you need to edit and change the URL just here. You will need to then use what's called a 301 redirect. Now, what that does, that redirects the existing URL to the new URL. If you're using Wix or if you're using Squarespace, they're in your SEO section, they have a redirect option there. For WordPress, this comes in plugin form, whether it's in your Yoast plugin or a separate plugin. And if you get stuck on this, you can drop me an email. I'll put that in the chat later. Then we also need the primary keyword to be included as part of the H1 heading. If you're not familiar with the heading hierarchy system in web design, so this is tagging your headings and styling up your headings using H1, H2, H3 and so on formatting, then I've made you a quick little video, again, that will be on the resources page. So we include the primary keyword in this first heading when people navigate to the page. That's what the first thing they see. And then also include the primary keyword in the first paragraph. So here is a site that I'm working on at the moment. It's an accommodation business in Kununurra. We've got our primary keyword here, a little bit of branding here, just so people can understand, you know, see the brand. They've got a nice description, so we're starting to fill the page with content. This initially was just that, we call it an index page. So it was the rooms page, and then all the rooms are in sub-menus. So it was unused real estate. And so we've built this up to make it a proper pillar page that is starting to perform. And you'll see down here, we've got the keyword in that first or second paragraph. If you can weave that in, Google loves that. Another area we need to add the keyword to your pillar page is in your images. You've probably come across this alt text. This is where we add this window is in WordPress. It's the same in Wix and in Squarespace as well. We pop in our primary keyword here. Don't overdo it. Probably 2 images optimized with alt text is enough. And then a little tip here, instead of adding the keyword to a page, put a description in. If anyone's using your website with a page reader, say they're visually impaired, if you put a description in the alt text, it helps them understand what the image is about. Okay, so just to show you how it's actually working, here's one I've prepared earlier. So here we are at the Kimberley Croc Motel, and you see I've put the primary keyword in the URL. And we've run through that, and then it's your normal page selling, you know, highlighting your rooms, or it could be your products or services. We scroll down here, and we've got one of our secondary keywords is long-term accommodation Kununurra. We've also got pet-friendly accommodation as well, and Kununurra accommodation deals. So if we just click through here, so we've got a link, we've used the secondary keyword to link to this cluster content page. So this page is the secondary keyword, long-term accommodation Kununurra, and we've optimized this page. And we've included an external link here. And we have also included the primary keyword, and we've linked that back to the accommodation page. And then here, I've just popped in some nice reviews and then done the external linking to the Google review section as well. So it's a natural way to do it, and it's a very effective way to do it. And then on this page, I needed to have more words on the page. And I also need to include a blog post that we're still working on, which is hotel motel accommodation. It didn't naturally fit here. It's hotel motel accommodation. It would look weird if I put another internal page there. So we're going to put that in a blog. I've said this is useful information for your stay in Kununurra. We've got more words added to the page. So that is to provide someone, looking at the accommodation page, it provides them with information, but it also provides Google with extra words, which is what they like. And then we'll pop the blog down here when that's done. Okay, so that's an overview of the topic cluster pillar page strategy. And if you would like some homework, if you could start looking at your own pillar page strategy, so implementing that keyword research that you have done, looking at how you're going to adapt an existing page on your website, or will you use a new page? And if you're using a new page, where do you think that would naturally fit on your website? And then start drafting your content for this page. What words are you going to use on it? What images? I know that for some people, putting together words for your website can be a little, you're either too busy or don't love to write. So in this instance, this is an investment in your business, and you might like to even look at getting a copywriter to help you with this. This is a medium-term strategy, marketing strategy for your business, and it's well worth investing in. So that brings us to the end of the teach section, and now we're going to take your questions. Thank you very much for attending today, and I will hope to see you next time.